Hey, how's it going everyone? It is Only here, or Brandon. Welcome back to another video as always. So, today's been a pretty surprising and exciting day. So, as you guys probably know, Nintendo likes to do these things where they bring back their old retro consoles and do a little mini classic version of them. They're smaller, cheaper, and they come with like 20 games installed. PlayStation just announced that coming this December, in fact December 3rd. For $99, you're going to be able to buy the PlayStation Classic. It's going to include 20 games, and yeah, it's pretty exciting. So as of right now, they've only kind of like did their first bit of news for this thing. They kind of had like a video introducing this, going into more specifics, and they announced 5 fan favorites such as Final Fantasy VII, Jumping Flash, Ridge Racer Type 4, Tekken 3, and Wild Arms. So yeah, pretty cool slew of titles. I'm looking forward to Final Fantasy VII and Tekken 3 out of those 5 so far, but yeah, we still got 15 titles left, and who knows what those could be. So today I kind of wanted to talk about that, kind of go into a little bit of like, what I'm looking forward to about this thing in particular, and just kind of laying out the rest of the year for PlayStation. So yeah, PlayStation Classic, I'll have a couple images on the board right now. I believe you could pre-order it from like Best Buy, GameStop, Amazon UK as the time of this recording. I'm not sure if it's up on Amazon US just yet, and yeah, it retails for about $99 in comparison to NES Classic launched with 20 games for $60 with 2 controllers as well. But NES is not as powerful as the PlayStation, and arguably the PlayStation has a lot more powerful games and a lot more stuff you could do with it, besides balloon fight and stuff like that. So yeah, I was about to buy the NES Classic last year, but literally like a week later they announced the NES Classic program for the Nintendo Switch Online service, which funnily enough they actually launched that thing last night. So it's cool to see a lot of retro games get a lot of love lately. So yeah, just a lot of retro love, and yeah, at the moment I'm looking at buying this thing. I'm definitely gonna pick it up this December. I think Final Fantasy VII was a perfect game for me for the Switch, but now that I'm eyeing it, it sounds like a perfect game to play, like a perfect RPG to play over Christmas, since I myself haven't really played any PlayStation games. When I started gaming was around PlayStation 2 era. I wasn't even born when the PlayStation came out, which to a lot of you that's going to put you off, but yeah, I've been pretty much trying to catch up. I think this year I played a lot of PlayStation 2 classics, and pretty much I've hit PlayStation 2 post. I mean, there's still a lot of gems on the PlayStation 2 I've yet to hit. But things like Shadow of the Colossus, Resident Evil 4 have been making an initiative to actually go back, experience these games, and well, the PlayStation Classic is only going to help out, so that's very exciting. And yeah, as I said, Final Fantasy VII, that one game alone is a game that I really want to play on this thing, so yeah, it should be pretty cool. So yeah, as I said, this is going to come with 2 controllers, HDMI of course, and that's what it is this in age, that's kind of obvious. And yeah, there's an AC adapter that's sold separately, so just that's a disclaimer there. I'm not sure really how that's going to affect into it. They have kind of like images of like everything that comes in the bundle, which I put up here. So yeah, for $99, you definitely get a good package with it. You get 2 controllers, the PlayStation Classic itself, and of course the wiring that you're going to need. There are some, speculation on what the last 15 games could be. I myself don't really want Crash or Spyro, nor do I see them happening, because one, we already had the remakes of them, and you could pick them up on the PlayStation 1 store. I believe that's on the PS4, or at least no, on the Vita. It's not on the PS4 yet. As well as Spyro's getting a remake literally a couple weeks before this thing actually launches, so that seems kind of stupid, as well as Activision rights might be a little bit of a hassle. Metal Gear Solid is one that immediately comes to my mind, but sadly, I don't think they're going to work with Konami. I mean, it's possible that they do this, but now that they're working with Kojima Productions in order to get out Death Stranding, it'd be kind of weird if they signed up with Konami, like a deal for that, to bring the Metal Gear Solid series for the PlayStation Classic. But who knows, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they announced Metal Gear Solid as a feature game that's going to be coming to this. That would be amazing. That would be a game, that's literally the game that I would want to play. That and Final Fantasy VII would be like the 2 big games I would want to play. So yeah, a lot of cool games on this list. As I said, Final Fantasy VII, Tekken 3, and maybe Ridge Racer are like the 2 or 3 games that I'm looking at so far, the 5. And we still got 15 more games to come, so that's pretty cool. Laying out the rest of the year for PlayStation, rather, should be pretty exciting. I mean, we still have PSX to get a date. I don't think it's been announced to where it's going to be, nor does it have a date. We still don't know what their game plan is going to be for whether they're going to focus on Paris Games Week or whether they're going to focus on PSX. I really hope it's PSX again. Paris Games Week, don't get me wrong, that was really cool for Europe to finally have like a conference that they could watch at like, a good time for them. But PSX also actually was fine for Europe because it was a good time zone. I think it started like 10 a.m., 11 a.m. Pacific. So by that time it was like after dinner for people over in Europe. So hopefully they can continue that again. I guess it was more so that the actual convention was in Paris rather than, what we got. But I hope we get a small presentation similar to how they did like 2015, where we got like the Uncharted multiplayer, Wild, and that kind of stuff from Paris Games Week. But then we get like the heavy hitters in their actual press conference at PSX. I'm still curious to know what they're going to be actually doing at PSX because, you know, it's obvious the PS5 is not like imminent, but it's still going to be after these next slew of exclusives that we get. I could see a couple B tier exclusives, like maybe, you know, whatever Ready at Dawn's doing if they're signing up with PlayStation again, and a couple, maybe like 1 or 2 more exclusives after the one we already know. But other than that, we already know that PS5 titles are in development at the moment, and we know that, you know, Sony has limited cards before they eventually have to reveal what their upcoming plan is. So yeah, expect a PSX predictions video coming from me. Maybe in the next couple of weeks as like an early prediction, laying out what the future of PlayStation is going to be in terms of what their announcements are going to be. Let's just pray for a Dreams date. Media Molecule, please. Besides that, you know, obviously Spider-Man's been great, God of War's been great, Detroit's been great. A lot of games are starting to cross off the list that we've been looking forward to so long now, and we only have the future to look forward to. So yeah. Again, the PlayStation Classic was a nice surprise to wake up to this morning on Wednesday. And yeah, more titles and information to follow. We still got things like the Game Awards, you know, whatever Nintendo can drop at any moment with their Direct. So it's a pretty exciting time as the fall comes around and as games come out. I've been Online or Brandon. I appreciate you guys for watching. Leave all that good stuff in the comments down below, like what you think of these PlayStation titles coming back, as well as if you're going to buy this or not. Of course, I've been Online or Brandon, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Take care, everyone.